Hello, I am a CityBot, the latest development of the EDAG group.
This is the CityBot. To be more precise, a taxi CityBot. It is part of a system of autonomously operating robotic vehicles. In the future, they will take over many tasks. CityBots are intelligent and versatile. They can pick up rubbish and trim hedges. They transport goods and sort stock. And they can communicate with people and take them from A to B. CO2 neutral and autonomous. The CityBot was invented and constructed by Johannes Bartmann and a German company. It will be able to work around the clock with its different modules. It will be the answer to traffic jams. It will map all services under one software umbrella and is absolutely sustainable, at least in its operation. But we will also see to it that we play sustainability from its birth to its grave. So far, there are 2 prototypes of the CityBot. The vision is that the entire fleets of the interconnected vehicles will be on the road in cities. There are more than a dozen different modules for this. During the day, they help as buses or taxis and thus relieve traffic. After a short, fully automated conversion, they empty rubbish bins or sort goods at night. The CityBot only needs a break to recharge. At the moment, it is still powered by electricity, but in the future, it will be powered by a fuel cell. The first missions are already planned. There are already talks about having this system driving in Barcelona or Zaragoza in 2030. Before that, in 2025, we will be on the road at airports. That is easier for us. It's a controllable area. We have all the critical infrastructure we need. And in 2023, as part of a funded project called Campus Free City, we will build a living laboratory in Deutsche Bank Park in Frankfurt, where Concord plays. There we will test and qualify the hardware and software. In addition, we will conduct citizen dialogues to be able to master the acceptance challenges. Autonomous driving is the megatrend of mobility, far beyond football stadiums and airports. In Texas and California, for example, driverless taxis are already part of the street scene. In Beijing and Shanghai, too, people have long been able to have autonomous cars take them to their destinations. Germany is not yet that far along. Manufacturers like BMW and Mercedes are working at full speed on this technology. But autonomous driving has not yet been approved, except for small areas such as traffic jams. The experts at Mobility Talk can tell you more about the status in Germany. European law currently allows autonomy level 3, which means I can let my autonomous car drive at 60 kilometers an hour on the motorway. I only have to be present and able to react. Everything else is being clarified. Of course, there are also questions of liability and generally about what can happen if I have an accident with an autonomous car and in the worst case, kill a person. One example of what autonomous driving could look like everywhere in the future is provided by Argo AI. Together with the German VW Group, the US company is testing the concept of self-driving taxi services in 3 districts of Hamburg. The Moja taxis have been around there for years. However, people are currently still behind the wheel to drive passengers to their destination. This makes the business model unprofitable.
There are a ton of convenience and efficiencies that we get as well. There are millions of people who are involved in fatal car crashes a year globally. This has the potential to reduce that and someday eliminate it. It also is going to completely transform and change how cities move and operate. We can pre-position fleets of vehicles to service the demand more efficiently. They can disappear from the city streets when demand is low so that people can enjoy the streets. We're able to share the road space with bicyclists and pedestrians and get a lot of synergy that way, whereas human drivers may or may not be paying attention.
5 vehicles are currently testing this self-driving system. By 2025, the Moja taxis will be driving autonomously as standard through Hamburg and many other cities around the world. They should help to reduce traffic congestion and the number of accidents. Major car manufacturers such as Tesla and VW see autonomous driving as the business of the future. There's a beastly potential behind combining autonomous driving and the flexibility of a citybot. It can take away the rubbish, it can carry my shopping home. There could be a huge business field behind it.
Könnte ein riesiges Geschäftsfeld hinterstecken.
Acceptance is particularly important to the German developers of the CityBot. People must not be afraid of the robot vehicles. That is why the bots move very slowly when they do their work. The maximum speed of the taxi module is 30 kilometers an hour. This does not allow it to cover long distances, but it also poses no danger to passers-by and passengers. It's very important that we put a lot of emphasis on language and habitus. He has to be super friendly, that's our goal. The best buddy of the city dwellers. Helpful, almost submissive. The city's goal is that passers-by and bicycles always have the right of way. He's very reserved. That's why we can imagine that he will get the acceptance of the citizens, especially since he also helps them. Compared to other innovations, the CityBot has particularly great potential. It combines autonomous driving with the idea of a flexible deployable vehicle fleet. Various funding programs will secure the financing and further development in the coming years. The number of interested municipalities is growing almost daily. Now this mobility of the future just has to prove itself in everyday life.